Hello everybody, welcome back to Art by the Lake. It's been a while since we've done a few things because the Memorial Day weekend sort of kicked into gear and we were out of town hiking and I ran out of Floetrol. So I don't know how easy it is for you to find Floetrol, but sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's a little bit harder because I buy it in a gallon size and it's expensive to ship. So because I'm out of Floetrol, we're going to do sort of an interesting swirl, dirty pour cup. And this is a 8 by 10 canvas. So we don't have a lot of paint. I have about 6 colors, including white, lined up in front of me. I've made all these colors myself. These are all 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, 1 part distilled water, 1 drop of coconut milk serum in each one. I have not put anything in the white. I'm going to hit the corners of the painting with some white, and then I'm going to pour these colors that you can see down here in order. I have sort of a lime green, a cobalt blue, a bright orange, a purplish color, a deep green, and my white. I'm going to pour them into this big Pyrex dirty cup. We're going to put a little white in at the end and try to get it going. So without further ado, I'm just going to sort of get some white going in the corners, just so that it's a little bit easier to cover the corners when we get going. You'll see that I don't really want to tilt a whole lot if I don't have to. So I want to get some of the paint flowing over the edge, just in case I have to tilt. So at Art by the Lake, you know that we like wasting paint. We have fun wasting paint. I don't like buying paint, but if you shop around, you don't have to spend a lot of money. So, okay, I'm going to pour each of these down sort of the center gently of this cup. I'll try to keep it out here where you can see it. This is going to get a little bit heavy, so I'm not sure I can guarantee it's going to be sitting out in front of you the entire time, but you'll notice I'm going down the side of the cup and I'm going down with subsequent colors. The first one you can kind of fire it in there. With subsequent colors, I want to go very slow so that the paint doesn't just turn into one color, so that the individual colors remain individual. The first color you put in will be the last color that comes out. And in this technique, that last color will be in the center of the painting. You can see I dribbled a little blue on the canvas. Do not worry about that. That part of the canvas is going to have so much paint on it, you will never see that drop of blue again. So I've done the green, I've done the blue, I've done the orange. You can see the orange is going in kind of interesting. Kind of blending in there. I've got some purple. Purple tends to dominate for some reason for me. I don't know why. Probably because of its specific gravity. It floats, and that would be my guess. But you can see we've already lost the lime green, has disappeared. And I anticipate that we'll have a really interesting outcome here. I've chosen white. Normally in these sort of swirl paintings, I like to choose black as my negative space. I just kind of like the results better. But since I normally choose black and we're doing a hey, I'm out of Floetrol painting, I thought I would do white. We're going to finish this with white, and then I'm going to change hands and start pouring. I will reserve just a little bit of white in case I need to touch up. And you'll see that the white likes to sink, so I'm not really sure where the white will end up. So I'm going to switch hands, and away we go, right down the center. Are you ready? I'm going to go nice and slow, and we'll change our height as we get going. You want to keep your pour as smooth as possible. You can migrate around the canvas a little bit. If you notice, I'm going toward what will be your bottom right corner a little bit, just because I can kind of see what way the paint itself is starting to flow, and it seems to want to go to what will be your upper left, which is my bottom right. So, interesting results so far. Lots of blue, lots of green. And we're getting down most of the way. Again, I'm going to move toward what's your bottom right, which is my upper left, a little bit, just because it seems like everything's flowing off to your left, my right. And I want to get some more paint up in this corner. So far the blue is really dominant. And now we're starting to see some of the other colors in there. And here comes the green. Green was my favorite color for this one. I put it in first so that it would come out last. So here it comes. There is no yellow in this, as you will have noticed, although the green looks like it's got a little yellow going on. Hope everybody had a happy Memorial Day. We took the week off from painting to go do a little hiking down in the Shenandoah Valley at Shenandoah National Park in the Great Smokies. Had a great time. If you get a chance to do it, go check out a little 9-mile hike called Old Rag. I think that was probably our favorite among others. Okay, so we're going to pull this away and just going to see how it goes. Going to hit it with the torch a little bit. I like to torch before I tilt or stretch, just to see if we can wake up some cells. Oh yeah. So there are some cells hiding out in there. I don't want to bring up too much of the white, just kind of how I envision this painting. If you want to bring up a lot of the white, you can hit it with a lot more torch. As Bob Ross would say, it's your painting, your world, you can make it whatever you like. So you've got some interesting colors going on here. I personally don't see much need to stretch right now or tilt. I am going to try to get some of the bright green just down in the center here to see if I can wake the center up a little bit. Again, this is all sort of personal taste. You can do it whatever way you want. I sometimes don't get the center color that I like to remain, so I don't have any problem adding back a few drops of some things. This will be a really interesting one on time lapse. Tune into the end of the video to see the time lapse, because I can see already on this end of the painting we've got quite a bit of flow coming down off the edge, and hopefully that'll remain under control. I'm going to give it a little bit more torch, again, just to wake it up a little bit. You can see, boy, that just like almost erased the blue right there. Okay. I think we're going to call this one Help, I'm Out of Floetrol. If you like what you're doing, find us on YouTube at Artbythelake if you like what we're doing. If you want to do this for yourself, follow us. Subscribe to Artbythelake on YouTube.com. You can find these paintings on eBay and Etsy. We are at Art by the Lake at both of those locations. If you have any questions, comments, or you're really interested in one of these paintings, you can contact me at artbythelake@gmail.com. So this has been the 6-color, oh my God, I'm out of Floetrol painting, Dirty Cup Swirl on an 8x10 canvas. So thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned here now for the time lapse. I will let the time lapse run for about 2 hours. So thanks for tuning in to Art by the Lake.